Hello, everyone. Dr. Craig Nathanson here. Thank you for joining me to learn about our Sustainable Professional Skills Certificate Program at Sonoma State. I want to just take a few minutes and guide you through what the eight-week program is about and what you will gain from it. So I developed this course a few years ago, or I should say the certificate program, and I teach this myself. And the idea behind the program was as I started to look, into the future, 4 or 5 years, I thought to myself, what are the professional skills that all people in all industries will need to be sustainable? And to no surprise, most of those skills are not technology skills, although technology, of course, is important. And I think everyone should have a few areas of technology that they are an expert in. But the skills that I think will be the most important in the future will be what, I used to call soft skills. I don't like to refer to that term anymore. Today I call these human skills. And because of the advent of technology and the fact that we're all scrolling on our phones every day, we've lost, especially the younger generations, the ability to communicate face to face, the ability to be more self-aware, the ability to lower our stress and so on. So as I looked at what are the key skills, that we'll need in the future to be successful, I decided to develop this program, which I hope you'll join me in. So who should take this course? The course will appeal to a wide range of people. I think to my college students who are just in college or graduating college, it's a great program to prepare yourself along with your resume and as you venture out into the world of work. For people that are in leadership positions, I think this program will help you refine and think, more deeply about what are the human skills that, you need to be successful in your role. If you're owning a small business, you deal with customers and your own employees. And of course, these skills apply as well. And the skills apply across the board, whether you're in nonprofit, in any other professional field. I think for people seeking a leadership position, this is the foundation that you need to be a good leader, which starts with, the ability to lead yourself and others. And of course, those in transition, if you're a free agent out there right now and you're trying to figure out, as I like to call it, what you want to do next, this is a good start to think about what are the key human skills that I need to improve on and develop and work on. So the current content is developed around my research in what I believe to be the current and emerging trends in work and skill development. We've now entered what I call the work portfolio era, which is, moved faster after COVID, after the pandemic, and it is predicted that in a few short years, at least in this country, and many other countries around the world, the idea of just having one job will no longer be plausible. Many people will start to develop multiple streams of income around what they really enjoy. This is the work portfolio life. And so the more you network, the more you work with other types of people in different industries, again, the human skills are so important, even if you stay in the same organization your entire life. So this is an 8-week asynchronous program. And asynchronous, I've been teaching asynchronous courses for, well, I'll just say 21 years since the start. And that means that you're able to come into the course at the time that suits you best. So this is not a live Zoom class, for example. In the program, you have a chance to collaborate with others. I think sometimes any educational experience, the most valuable experience is when you get to work with other people. It just takes one new networking opportunity, one new person that you can work with to make a difference in your life. So it's an opportunity to not only collaborate with others, but really think deeply about what are the emerging skills, for working professionals now and into the future. And as I said earlier, it's an opportunity to work completely on your own in terms of, time and place. Of course, it's an opportunity to acquire a certificate, which will look good in your portfolio in sustainable professional skills from Sonoma State. We've been offering this a couple years. And as far as I know, this is the only certificate in sustainable professional skills in the world at the moment. So you can put that on your collateral. It's clearly an opportunity to, enhance your career development and so on. The course is open to all working adults and college students. There is no prerequisite. This is a course that, in this case, I teach myself. The expectation is you'll spend about 5 hours a week in the course. And in just a moment, I'll explain to you how that works. You will receive four CEU credits as well. So what are the topics? So these are examples of what we will cover each week. So each week there's one or two topics that uh, we'll discuss in depth. Each week there'll be a lecture I've recorded. There'll be other videos to look at. There'll be articles I've written, other people have written, and then I'll lead you through a discussion during the week, which you'll participate in. The first week we cover career branding and networking. It's really important now to build your own career brand. You Incorporated. You can't really take a job from one place to another. If you lose a job, you've lost your job. But if you have a career brand, it's portable. And so I'll teach you how to develop a portable career brand. We'll go back to basics with communication skills. About 70% of what we communicate is nonverbal, and often we don't pay attention to those signals. We'll spend a lot of time on self-awareness. You have to be able to lead yourself before leading other people. The more you are self-aware, the more tolerant, the more inclusive, appreciative you will be of other people, and we'll discuss that together. We'll talk about organizational behavior. Anytime you get together with one other person, that's an organization, and it's important to not only focus on our own behavior, but to learn about other people's behavior and realize that you can modify your behavior to get along with other people. Give you a chance to think about and assess your personality. And, what is your personality? From my research, it's very hard to change personality, but you can modify your behavior if you need to in certain situations. We'll talk about how to do that. And then we'll talk about perception. The way you perceive the world affects your behavior. And sometimes it might not be correct. We'll spend time on time management. We all have 24 hours a day, no more, no less. And a lot of us waste so many hours a day. The average person wastes 2 hours a day. I think it's a lot more on social media. Well, 2 hours a day is, if you do the math, it's 14 hours a week, and it's almost 40 hours a month. It's 500 hours a year. Wouldn't you like that time back? So we'll talk about good time management principles. We'll also talk about how to reduce stress. I don't think you could get rid of stress. Stress is always present, but how do you deflect the stress? How do you learn to minimize stress so it doesn't affect you? Talk about motivation. I think motivation is the most understood, least understood topic in psychology. I don't believe it's possible to motivate others. You can, at least in the long term. You can promise people rewards through promises, and you could threaten people with punishment. But if you really want people to do great things, you have to teach them how to motivate themselves, and that's internal motivation. Talk about personal ethics. How do you know the differences between what's right and wrong? I think we all could use some help with writing and presentation skills. Today we're sending emojis and we're texting people, and we're losing our ability to write and present. Of course, we'll spend time on self-leadership, how to influence people in positive ways. We'll spend a whole week on creativity. I've developed several courses on creativity. Creativity isn't just for artists, it's for anyone who wants to think from new perspectives. The more creative you can be, the more you will accomplish in your life. And then finally, in the last week of the course, we'll talk about how to not only lead, but work in teams. You really can't avoid these days working with other people. And so we'll talk about the best ways to do that. You're probably wondering by now, how does an online course work? As I said earlier, all the resources are built into the course, and so it's all there for you. There's no need to purchase a book. Each week I will lead a discussion. I'll be in the class 6 days a week. I normally take Saturday off to recharge, and I'll be in there asking questions, providing links to articles, challenging you in some cases, and really facilitating a class. When I design online asynchronous classes, I aim to make them just like we were together in person in a classroom. Anything we talk about, anything I teach, you will be able to use right away. That's the whole idea with learning practical ideas. Students are encouraged to participate on at least 3 days of the week. So the idea is I suggest you go into the course at least 3 days a week during a time that, fits you best, and maybe for about 2 hours. 2 hours, 3 times a week, something like that. You go to the course, you continue and you catch up with the reading and the viewing of the videos and my lecture, and then you come into the discussion, and you can contribute ideas. You see what other people are discussing, and so on. Then you'll feel part of our community. The way you receive credit for the certificate is through a weekly paper. So every week there is a weekly paper around 300 words that is basically a reflection paper that you'll turn in on Sunday night. You're allowed to miss one paper over the 8 weeks. If you miss more than one paper, you will not, unfortunately, receive a certificate. The reflection paper is basically, you discuss what you learned. No outside resources are necessary. What you learned and how you could apply what you've learned. If you can't apply what you learned, then what's the use of learning? So, and I'll give you feedback on that Monday, personal feedback on what you wrote. So it's a chance for us to work together, which I think you'll enjoy. If there's any questions about this program, there's lots of ways to contact me through my email at nathancr@sonoma.edu. I encourage you to follow me at LinkedIn, Dr. Craig Nathanson. I generally post several times a week ideas that relate to this program. You can also visit my website if you're interested in my research. You can call my phone, which is listed here. And of course, you can go to our website, which is listed here, and learn more about our program. And of course, you can sign up. So please contact me if there's any questions. I hope you enjoyed this. And I really look forward to seeing you soon in our next certificate program at Sonoma State on professional sustainable skills. Take care, everybody. Till next time.